we have a very good topic that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the family. We're going to be talking about the family, and let me see. We're going to be talking about the family. Why do we believe? Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. I got one. Well, we're going to. Did I kind of leave something? But anyway, I left something off. But we're going to be talking about family heirlooms and family keepsakes. So, would anyone like to lead the discussion on what we are talking about family heirlooms, family keepsakes, and why do you pick? Why do you think whatever that you have has the value to you that it has, and why you picked it? Just whatever you would like to share about this particular heirloom or special item.
I start. I have several.
Right,
okay. The first one I did bring in with it's in my storage house out back. It's a what you call an old-fashioned cooler. It's like a tin, and it reminds me of the dairy back in the days when those dairy farmer was using those tin cans. It's shaped like that. It's almost 3 feet tall, and it belonged to our father. And I'm always treasure that because that's something I can remember him about. And I have yet to use it because I keep it out there. But I know one day I probably actually use it and put canned grains or something and cool it out. But that's why it's special to me because it belongs to him. My other keepsake is this Boulevard watch right here. I don't know if you can see it good. And this belongs to my Aunt Mabel, who passed way back, I think, in '84. So you know it's old because she had it even before that time. And I'm always treasure this. Here you can see it still looking nice, even though it doesn't run. But this is the Boulevard watch that would be a keepsake to remember her by. And lastly is my keepsake of this here that came from Beaumont, Texas. And this is probably old as I am. It is a green covered dish. And I remember Mama brought a lot of the green dishes back from Beaumont when she went down there to get the stuff from the house. And I just love it. And like I said, I know this is old. It's maybe old as I am because I know it was back in the 60s when she brought it back. And it belonged to our grandfather and his wife that we call Mud Deer. And I can remember visiting them down there in Beaumont at that time. But those are my keepsakes right here. And I know this one is definitely an heirloom because of how old it is.
Oh, Velma, that is simply great. I really like the way you prepare and plan for things. You go at it wholeheartedly, and I just want to encourage you just to keep on doing that. I mean, that was just exceptional.
Oh, thanks.
Keep up the good work, and you got everything right there in hand. I thought about some special keepsakes, but I didn't bring them to show them. So, I mean, you're just so organized. Keep up the good work. Someone else? Okay, Gloria.
Okay, well, I'll do mine. It was so hard to display them so you could even see them. I don't know whether you all can see this or not. This was the top of our wedding cake, and it's very
special. Really?
And I saved it all of these years, and it's very special to me. It sure is.
Oh.
Of course, this is Melvin's Bible, and it looks really bad because he really did use this Bible. And this is it's really, really old. And I mean, he used it to you all. He really did. And one more, I have several, but let me just show you this. This was my mother's purse, and the day she died, I went and picked it up, and I have not taken anything out of it, and it's the same way that she left it.
Oh, how many years has it been?
Oh, about 20 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is
And
so, everything that was in there, you still left it in there. That is
I
simply
left it right in there, her driver's license and everything.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
And the last thing I have, during our early years of marriage, Melvin loved to make things. So he made me a china cabinet and a hutch to match it. And it is so much love in it because he would work at night to build it, because in the daytime he had his job. And sometimes he would stay up late, and I tried to stay up with him, but I never could. He would stay up too late. And it just means so much to me. I do have a picture of it. I don't know whether you all will be able to see it or not, but it is so special to me. Okay, I don't know whether you all can see this, but that's the china cabinet.
Oh,
He
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he made me the hutch to match it.
My. Can you hold that China cabinet up one more time? Isn't that amazing?
It is.
He was very gifted when coming to making things, and he made that, and he made, like I said, and that's the hutch. Well, sorry about that. And that's the hutch to match it.
That is simply beautiful.
And I will cherish it until the day I die. And I told my sons, I said, I know one day you all are going to get married. And I just hope that one of you all's wives would take it and put it in their home. I hope so anyway. And that's it.
Simply, okay, well, I know who follow. Come on, yes, ma'am. You all ready to play?
Shirley?
Sure,
Okay,
I thought Shirley, I said, I know Shirley's next.
yes, I'll go next. Okay, I have two items from my parents. First, my mom. My mom had a watch. It's Boulevard, and it's an old watch. I've never used it. It's not running, but this is something I have from her, and this is the only item I have from her other than her voter registration card. And this is a card from February the 15th, 1964. It has her name on here, our address, the ward, the precinct, and the party that she voted. But the main thing about this is that it has her signature on here. And I treasure this because it has her signature from 1964. And she passed away some 40-some years ago. So therefore, you know that's a keepsake. Now, from my dad, I have two items as well. One is an original picture of my daddy at the age of 20 or 21. Some of you know and others don't know that my dad was burned at an early age when I was 2 months old. So I've never seen my daddy's face when it was not burned. So when he gave me this picture some years ago after marrying Bradley, I decided that I would make copies for my siblings. And I passed them a picture of my daddy. This is the original photo. I don't know where he got it from, but one day he gave it to me and he told me to keep it. So I've had it ever since. The second item is, I call it an eyeglass. It's really not an eyeglass. As I've said, he was burned at an early age, and his eyes would become, I get irritated, and he would put medicine in this container. Then he would hold it up to his eye, and he would lean his head back, and it would wash the irritation or the inflammation or whatever from his eyes. So I have two items from my mom and two items from my daddy that I have, and the other siblings don't have. So hey, I consider these to be family heirlooms. And I'm not going to share them with them as long as I'm living. I'm going to hold on to these, and maybe when happens later on, they can pick them up and pass them on.
Right.
That is simply outstanding. You know, and our voter registration card, and I've heard of those eyeglasses, but that's how that is just, I mean, that is something.
It is.
My. I tell you, you know, I don't want to say what I gotta say after that. I can't follow these three ladies. You can go, Glenn. I can't follow
Okay.
that.
I will go, but I don't feel as prepared as they are because I'm not at home. But I do have several things I can share. I have and I wish I could have brought it. It's a huge bowl, older bowl back in the old days that they used to use that Mama would mix up her apple cake in every Christmas. So I have that bowl, and that was new to me because we always sat in the kitchen with her and we helped her cut up the ingredients for the apple cake. And we would also, because it would take a lot of hand beating, we would also help her mix it. So I have the bowl. And then they had these huge cast iron skillets. And I have this old cast iron skillet that was hers that they would fry the chicken and the fish in, and I have that. Then I also have another special item that was hers, an apron that she wore all the time as she cooked. So I also have that at home, and I took a piece of that apron when Gretchen was married because Mom loved her grandchildren. So on Gretchen's wedding day, that was Gretchen something old, and she had it pinned actually on her bra under her wedding dress that day. A part of went down the aisle with her. The items that I had from Pawpaw, unfortunately, they were lost in a house fire. And he had these special pajamas he would wear, and I had those. And then he also had a watch that he has had, and both of those items, unfortunately, was burned in a house fire. But those were the special items there that I had for the families. And I wish I could have shown that bowl and that cast iron skillet, but they're both very heavy items. And like I said, I'm not at home. I'm up to Gretchen's, and I didn't want to transport them and happen. So, but yeah, those were precious memories for me. Yeah.
Okay, well, I did not. Okay, that is outstanding. I mean, you ladies are well prepared. Well prepared. Now, is it anyone else on?
No, it's just
okay. Now, I don't have it with me. I'm not as prepared. The only thing I have is just what I have. This is a signature bowl. Let me see that Mama had. I don't even know, but it has a little. It's a signature bowl. You know, everybody got one thing, got something that they wanted, but I ended up with. I don't know if you can see. It's a little. It's a signature. It's a little signature bowl. I don't even see it. You can't really see it, but that's all that I brought. And I have a suit. I have two suits of hers that's hanging in my closet. I have a pair of Daddy's shoes that he wore all the time, and I have his hymn book and his deacon's training manual. So those are my keepsakes, and that I'm proud. And also I have an apron. I forgot about that apron that I've got to find. I just thought about it. I keep this in my sewing room because I wear this apron all the time when I'm sewing. I just thought about that. Well, now this is, I don't know if you can see it, this is an apron that Daddy used to wear whenever he cooked outside or barbecued or anything. And what it has on it, Campbell. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's Campbell. It has a, I guess, Campbell soup. It has a Campbell soup can on it.
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I keep that in my sewing room when I'm working, and then when I sew, I always put that on to cover my clothing. But I wear that all the time when I'm sewing. Then sometimes when I'm cooking, if it's clean, because if I've just washed it and haven't been in the sewing room wearing it, I'll cook in it. But other than that, it always stays in my sewing room because that's what I protect my clothing from. So I did have two things to show you, but I'm very proud of those things. That the shoes and like that Bible. I have the Bible. I have the deacon training manual, and I feel so special when I'm singing and and I have my daddy's hymn book. And some of the deacons that know him, they said, I sure would love to have that hymn book. I said, but you'll never get it. Never get it. So, because I'll always keep it, and none of my other siblings can have it either. They can use it, but they cannot You know, I'll pass, some of my children will get it once I'm gone, or they can pass it on. But as long as I'm alive, I treasure that. I really do. Someone was telling me that certain things like that you can get put in a little kind of display case.
Mhm.
And I thought about that. I said maybe that's what I'll do one day. Put that. No, because I'd always be using it. But I wish I was brave enough to not use it and mount it on the wall. Let it be a hanging piece. But I don't think I will. But anyway, just want to thank everyone for sharing. And this has been a priceless moment. I tell you, this has just been great. Simply been great. I feel like we were, that we are just really on TV.